Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying.
It's not good for anyone, and it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever.
And people got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very differently.
She leans in toward the mic, takes a breath, then stammers. Whoopi Goldberg, usually unshakable, looks rattled. Her voice quivers, her smile stiff. Why? Because this time she's in the hot seat. And the woman turning up the heat is none other than Caroline Leavitt. That's right. America's rising conservative firebrand just flipped the script with a jaw-dropping $800 million lawsuit against The View. Behind the smirks and sass, the panic is real. Whispers are swirling. The View's top names are privately begging her to stand down. But it may be too late. This isn't just another headline-grabbing lawsuit. This is a reckoning, a direct hit to a daytime empire that's ruled unchallenged for years. So what did The View say that pushed Caroline to this point? How did she seize the narrative and leave ABC scrambling? And could this actually be the end of one of the most infamous talk shows in TV history? Buckle up, because this media firestorm is just getting started. And before we dive into the chaos, hit that like button and subscribe, because the next twist, it's going to be even bigger.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Starts like so many episodes of The View, snarky, smug, and soaked in condescension. The target. This time, Caroline Leavitt, young, unapologetic, and rising fast in conservative circles. And right on cue, Joy Behar fires the first shot. According to her, Caroline's success has nothing to do with talent. It's just because Trump thinks she's a 10. Yes, she really said that. On national television. No filter, no facts. Just open mockery. Then Whoopi piles on, claiming Caroline owes her entire career to wokeness. And for the finale, Sunny Hostin steps in to chalk it all up to, what else? White privilege. Think about that. A panel of women who claim to champion female empowerment, casually tearing down a woman based on her looks, her politics, and her skin color. But here's where it flips. Because Caroline Leavitt isn't built to play the victim, she's here to fight, and fight she does, with a lawsuit that could shake the foundations of daytime TV itself.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time.
These women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right, ABC should wake up.
But instead of firing off angry tweets or scrambling for a rebuttal on cable news, Caroline does something no one on that panel expected. She calls her lawyers. And just days later, boom, an $800 million legal bombshell drops. A defamation lawsuit targeting The View, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, and the network behind them all, ABC. Let that number sink in. $800 million. This isn't about ego. It's not revenge. It's about setting a precedent. Her legal team lays it out. This wasn't off-the-cuff commentary, they argue. It was calculated character assassination, reckless defamation, and part of a documented, long-running pattern of media bullying aimed squarely at conservative women. They come armed with receipts, old clips, past statements, and a timeline of targeted mockery. The response? Instant chaos. ABC execs reportedly hit the panic button. Emergency calls, late-night meetings, internal reviews. Sponsors start sweating. Advertisers start pulling back, What was once just another snide segment is now a full-blown corporate crisis. And Caroline, she's not rattled, she's not ranting, she's calm, composed, and completely in control.
Bang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
Here's where the story shifts from wild to downright humiliating. The same hosts who mocked Caroline on air. They're now reportedly scrambling behind the scenes. Insiders say Joy Behar is desperately trying to contact Caroline's team, pleading for a private settlement before this spirals even further. Whoopi, who laughed through the whole segment, is allegedly calling on mutual industry contacts, hoping for a quiet sit-down to smooth things over. And Sunny? Legal analysts say she's in the deepest trouble. Her comments were the most direct, and potentially the most damaging. Some experts believe she could face personal liability in the millions. The panic is real, the fear palpable. One insider claims a producer overheard Whoopi backstage whispering, "We took it too far. We didn't think she'd fight back. Too late." Now Caroline holds the cards, and she knows it. And out in the real world, her supporters? They're loving every second. Social media is on fire. Her posts are flooded with comments like, "Make them pay for every lie." It's no longer just about politics. It's about standing up to media bullies. Even moderates are beginning to admit, The View crossed a line. Comment sections are brutal. Clips from the segment go viral. TikTok is flooded with breakdowns. YouTubers are dissecting every frame like it's the Zapruder film. And one tweet says it best. Caroline Levitt is doing what no one else dared, making The View pay for years of unchecked arrogance. But here's the kicker. For ABC, this isn't the worst of it. The real threat, it's still coming.
Likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him, they have shamed him, they have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
ABC's legal team is now in full triage mode. Multiple insiders confirm the network is actively debating whether The View can even survive if this lawsuit heads to court. Translation? Cancellation is on the table. Advertisers are uneasy. Board members are divided. And let's be honest, The View's long track record of controversy? It's starting to look like a ticking time bomb. From Whoopi's Holocaust remarks to Joy's endless partisan tirades, the scandals have stacked up. And now, with an $800 million lawsuit hanging over their heads, executives are reportedly sketching out exit strategies, just in case the worst happens. As for the hosts, radio silence. The snark is gone. No more smug jokes, no more jabs, just carefully worded statements and whispers of private apologies. But Caroline? She's not buying it. To her, this isn't just a courtroom battle, it's a message. She's not just defending her name. She's drawing a line in the sand. You don't get to mock, smear, and destroy someone's reputation without consequences. That's what she's telling her supporters, and the ripple effect is already taking shape. Media outlets are suddenly cautious. Public figures are rethinking their next hot take. And The View, for the first time in years, it looks vulnerable. Very vulnerable. School 54 now. Other conservative voices are taking notice. Celebrities, influencers, even former guests of The View are stepping forward with their own stories, claims of being mistreated, misrepresented, or flat-out edited to fit a narrative. Caroline lit the match, and now the fire is spreading. Will The View survive this? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's clear. The era of untouchable media giants mocking guests without consequence. It might be coming to an end. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Caroline Levitt doing the right thing? Should The View be held accountable for what they said? And if this lawsuit succeeds, could it change the landscape of television forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear where you stand. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update on this unraveling media firestorm, because if Whoopi Goldberg is already begging behind the scenes, just imagine what's coming next. Stay tuned.